I was listening. I just had to call in about this DEI thing because it's misinformation. DEI, all it does is level the playing field. There's no advantage
Correct.
to being DEI. As a matter of fact, there used to be a disadvantage
Right.
to not being a white person that was born in America. And the reason they're doing that is they're trying to distract from what they're really saying, which is
The N-word.
what about handicap ramps that help people go upstairs?
Right.
Where do they think that came from? Why is that required by law?
Great point.
Why do they think that they have to have TTD when you call on the phone for deaf people? That's all because the law says you have to have it.
Yeah.
It's not an advantage. All it is leveling the playing field. And I wanted to say that because it's really annoying me. Adam Carolla hasn't been funny in years.
Yeah.
And he does that smooth, West Coast, hey, I'm smarter than everybody.
Well, I'm smarter than everybody, and I have this.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah. Kamala Harris is an idiot, but I voted for an adjudicated rape. That's a. By the way,
to do that. But you know what, Brian? You're well educated and you're well versed and you read and you know your facts. All Adam Carolla does is put out what they put on Fox News.
Yeah, he talks to Rob Schneider.
When you drill down on him, he doesn't know what to say when you drill down on him.
He talks to Rob Schneider and James Woods. I think they have a text thread. I want to go back to what you said earlier because you're making a lot of sense here when it comes to DEI. For example, right? What they do, like, for example, let's go to Charlie Kirk for a moment. Remember when he made the statement, and listen, he's a white supremacist sympathizer. Let's just call him for what he is, uneducated idiot who dropped out of community college. But anyway, put that aside for a moment. Charlie Kirk on a podcast is the guy that said, when I go on a plane and I see a black pilot, shouldn't I be concerned? And what you said is similar to what I say, which is there's no evidence to support the fact, no matter what the color of your skin is, that pilots, women or minorities, are getting any less training than somebody who is white. But if you're Charlie Kirk, that's the way a racist thinks. Do you have any friends that would make a claim like that? Unless they're in the Klan, would they say, geez, I'm walking on this plane now, I hope my pilot isn't black? Only a Klansman would think like that.
Well, the reason police departments started to go through the affirmative action and DEIs is because there were large neighborhoods that were predominantly black or Hispanic or Asian. And to have all white police is fine if they're qualified, but we needed to look for other people who were qualified because we wanted them to police the type of people that they grew up with. In other words, they could relate to them a little bit. I'm not saying a white cop couldn't do just as good a job,
right?
But the way the system was rigged in the 90s when I tested, the way it was rigged is if you were white, you were put right on the top of the list.
Listen, I agree.
So they had to change it.
I agree with everything you're saying. You're a smart guy. Let's be very clear on this, and let's end the phone call agreeing on this one. DEI for the MAGA right is a racial slur. Can we agree on that?
Yes, they don't want equality. They don't want a level playing field. That's why they're taking it away.
I agree. Let's be clear on this one. That's what they're saying at their Klan rallies. Only they're not saying DEI hire. They're using a word that starts with the letter N.